Hello, I'm Irene Dimitriou. I'm a medical doctor, and today I'm speaking again with Christopher Drake, the founder of Learn Buteyko Online, and the first Western practitioner to get a red diploma from Professor Buteyko himself. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Irene.
Hi. Chris, I would like today to ask you a question that students ask a lot. It has to do with smoking. And the question is it necessary for someone that smokes regularly first to quit smoking in order to start the classical Buteyko method or not?
Well, I guess I should first of all declare some self-interest here. I'm a smoker. I smoked before I learned Buteyko method, and I still smoke. But having said that, we should clear up some things. First of all, Professor Buteyko thought that smoking is a negative. It makes your breathing worse. Smoking damages the body and it poisons the body. Of this, it's basically incontrovertible.
Right.
But the idea that you should stop smoking before learning Buteyko method doesn't make much sense. You should stop smoking if you can and if you want to, any time that you can. But in fact, I would say that if you're a smoker, it's more important that you learn Buteyko method, because the damage that you do can be ameliorated with the Buteyko method. So, I mean, if you lost $10 somehow, you don't take your purse or your wallet and throw it in the garbage.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. So if you waste some money, you don't resign from your job because you lost some money and it damages your financial position. To the contrary, maybe you need a second job.
Right.
So, Buteyko method helps the situation. Buteyko method improves the uptake of oxygen. Buteyko method improves the tonus of all the vessels in the lungs and the heart and so forth. So, of course, I would say to any smoker, especially young people, if you can smoke less, it's better. If you can smoke not at all, it's the best. And if you don't smoke, better that you don't start, because you're giving yourself trouble. But if you're a smoker, what to do? You should definitely learn Buteyko method. You should definitely, in fact, you should do it more. You should put more effort into it. So, yeah, I mean, the damage, most people who develop lung cancer never smoked. Most people who develop COPD, and I'm not sure about emphysema, never smoked. That's because those diseases, COPD in particular, emphysema, this is overstretching of the alveoli and damage to the alveoli. So lung function essentially is reduced. And Buteyko method and the improvement of CO2 can reverse that. But in middle age and older people, it's slow in reversing it from repairing the connective tissue and all this kind of stuff. But in terms of lung function, the improvement can be fantastic. We have people with only 30% lung function. They can ride a push bike. They can do regular physical exercise. They feel quite good. They can carry on with their life. And had they not been practicing Buteyko method, they wouldn't be able to. Does smoking make your situation worse? Yes, it does. Is it an excuse not to learn Buteyko method? No, it's not. If I meet somebody who's a smoker, I'm not going to disagree with the general consensus that smoking is not good. I'm not going to disagree that better if you don't smoke. Fine, don't smoke then. But my main concern would be how you can improve your situation, how you can improve it volitionally, and how you can start improving it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I've been giving classes for nearly 30 years. Recently it's online, but before the internet, for those people who remember what that was like, we used to give workshops. And I saw thousands of people in workshops over the years. And I would ask them at the end of the workshop, we chit chat, and say, whose COPD, emphysema, and asthma and other such conditions got worse after they stopped smoking? And most of the hands would go up. Actually, it was after stopping smoking. So what does it mean? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't stop. It means that the condition continues whether you continue to smoke or not. Now, there's a video, I think it's on Martha's YouTube channel. She's an athlete, she's running, jogging, very active, and all of a sudden the COPD and all this breathlessness and this problem started. She went to see the doctor and she's prescribed normal medications, prednisolone, whatever. And she will take a method and she's improved enormously. But one of the nurses said to her, you should stop smoking. And she said, I stopped 20 years ago.
Yes.
So I did stop smoking. And she was very, very fit for quite some time. And then all of a sudden, the damage came somehow. So the progress of the disease and the smoking, whilst obviously they're linked, smoking doesn't help. It's a contributory factor. It's not the only factor. And so the deepening of breathing, the CHVS or chronic hyperventilation syndrome persists. And so Buteyko method arrests that and begins to reverse the results of that. And it's good for anybody. You should check your control pause. You should check your maximum pause, and you can diagnose your breathing health, if you will, and whether you're a smoker or not. If your pauses are lower than they should be, you will get immense benefit and avoid huge problems and difficulties by becoming skillful and practicing this method.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there was a group of people attending one of Professor Buteyko's lectures, and Professor Buteyko was anti-smoking. Like, let's be clear, right? He thought it's a bad idea, bad habit. He thought it's toxic and all that stuff, But he didn't go along with the general view that stopping smoking is the solution to all these health problems at all, And so I'm not sure if he was invited to this group or this group came to one of his lectures, or I don't know what the situation was. But somebody asked him what I guess he thought was a loaded question. They said to him, and, Konstantin Pavlovich, what do you think about smoking, cigarette smoking? And so I guess he assumed that they wanted him to say the normal stuff, which all the health fanatics say repetitiously, And but he decided not to, and he said, smoking. Yeah, well, firstly, better that cigarettes are American. And secondly, after a meal, it's very nice. Of course, they weren't happy because they wanted him to say the usual stuff. You know, well, we only have to go back 40 or 50 years when medical doctors are recommending smoking. And they are recommending smoking to pregnant women, by the way. They are recommending smoking if you have a cough.
Oh my God.
They're recommending it, actually, you know. It's true. I'm not making this up. And I don't blame them, because this advice comes from people of a high position and everybody else just follows the thing, you know. And we are not pro-smoking, whatever, but to be proportional about it. And if you're a heavy smoker, and particularly if you're already into middle age, your future and longevity and level of health will be greatly augmented if you become proficient and skillful with Professor Buteyko's method. That I can tell you very straight.
It's very good news.
Yeah, yeah. Avoid a lot of trouble. It's actually what makes me angry about Buteyko method. You know, most people look at a cure for disease or something as being a wonderful thing. And I look at Buteyko method, I don't think of it like that, actually. Maybe the patients do, but I look at it and it makes me angry, because so many people suffer horribly for nothing, for no good reason. I mean, we all must accept that we are born, therefore we will die. Okay, fine. And you don't die in good health generally. Something claps out, you know. Okay, fine, we're going to get sick. Understood. We're going to die. Okay, that's what it is. But I put it in the same category as Buteyko did, as hygiene. You know, back in the dark ages, they didn't know about hygiene. And therefore, they didn't wash the cooking utensils. They didn't clean their house. They didn't bathe. You know, they got used to living what we would say is in very filthy conditions. Consequently, they had many unnecessary illness and sickness and suffering. Just some hot water and you can solve it, you know, clean up a little bit, you know, and you can solve so much. That's how I feel about Buteyko method. So many people, doctors, hospital, medications, the expense, the suffering, the unnecessary misery, all because, for a wide range of reasons, their level of CO2 has fallen. The organism goes into defense and compensation mechanism. They suffer all kinds of debilitating symptoms and then medications and everything else. Why? Because they didn't learn to hold their breath and learn to regulate their breathing. And that I just see, I find that very annoying.